Hello everybody, Markmaker here, and welcome back to Reading Annoying Comments. For those of you who haven't seen part 1, you don't have to watch part 1 in order to get the gist of what this series is about, but I do encourage you to watch it anyway if you like this sort of video. Basically what this is just me reading a bunch of horrible comments I've gotten, from disgusting to hilarious, from cringe to downright offensive, and all over just plain annoying. So, enough with the pleasantries, let's begin. On another topic, Homestuck Day 413 is fast approaching. What kind of videos should I make in celebration of the best webcomic ever?
Percy and Springtrap!
Ah, yes. Percy and Springtrap. The most obvious choice for the 10-year anniversary of Homestuck. Everyone remembers when they first met Percy and Springtrap in Homestuck. Remember when Percy and Springtrap went god tier and saved the Alpha and Beta kids and resurrected all of the trolls, and the Midnight Crew, and the Felt, and all the other characters, and beat Lord English, and made it to the end of Spurb? That was the best part! Seriously though, guys, when I'm asking about a prompt that has nothing to do with Percy and Springtrap, don't bring them into it. I'm not a Percy and Springtrap machine. I have other interests. My channel's tagline isn't a mixed bag of content for multiple fandoms for no reason. On the subject of Percy and Springtrap, however, it seems to be where y'all dump your weirdest fucking comments. So let's look at some of them, why don't we?
Is Puppet a male of female?
The canon puppet, named Charlie, is a girl. This puppet, Percy, my original character, is a demi-boy, partially masculine, partially genderless. Please don't confuse the two.
No! The puppet is a female!
Do I even need to explain what the problem is here? Anyone who reacts like that after being explicitly told that Percy is an original character and a demi-boy are just plain dumb. They're choosing not to learn. This is literally a Class A moron. Similarly, on DeviantArt, I uploaded a crossover piece with Percy and Springtrap and someone else's Marionette and Springtrap. A few days later, this comment thread ensued.
The purple Springtrap is Michael, or what?
No, they're both William Afton, just from different universes.
I know the AU thing, but maybe in the AU Springtrap is Michael, like Spring-a-Nerd.
Except he's not. He's William. I have said he's William multiple times. Michael is a different character on the Percy and Springtrap blog. He's the Night Guard. And Nami Springtrap has never been Michael either. They are both William, not Michael. Like, buddy, you have been told that both Springtraps are William Afton. Neither Nami Gaga nor I have done anything to even imply that our Springtraps are Michael. Because they're not Michael. It's not that hard of a concept to understand. I shouldn't have to explain that multiple times for you to get it. Keeping with the Percy and Springtrap theme, we have a unique question from someone who may be a little too curious.
How the
Future K? I think they meant fuck.
How the fuck would you have sex? Robot and puppet do no ding-dong or pee-pee, so...
Honestly, I don't know how to respond without getting demonetized, except to say that this person seems really new to the internet. Like, I don't know, in spite of the nature of the question, they seem kind of, like, innocent? In the way that they can't think of any way for what they have in mind to happen? But I assure you they can make it happen. And finally, the weirdest Percy and Springtrap comments. You ready for this? Because, no joke, it's this, and this, and this. Like, these are just two people. What is it with people and spamming nonsensical comments on multiple Percy and Springtrap videos? Especially Green Guy. I feel like they're either a troll or they've got some serious bipolar something or other. They keep swinging back and forth between love comments and hate comments like, what is your thought process? Both of you, please take a chill pill and write something legible, I beg you. Alright, let's jump off the Percy and Springtrap comments and get into some other hot garbage.
Has blood on hands and licks on it. Yum. The blood so delicious.
Ow! Oof! Oh jeez! I accidentally cut myself on the amount of edge in this comment. Like, it's already bad enough on its own, but knowing it's another fucking roleplay comment just, I've already said my piece about what I think of roleplay comments in the first Annoying Comments video. If you want to know what I said, go check it out. I don't want to repeat myself in these videos. Coming up next is a comment thread from DeviantArt on my Pride Nights at Freddy's piece that I made for Pride Month. I don't know what Kanye West sounds like because I don't give a shit about Kanye West, so I'm just gonna give him a cowboy voice.
And I'm anti-gay.
Please tell me this is a joke.
Well, part of it.
If you're actually anti-LGBT, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Okay then. And I'm Kanye West. I can actually say it with the voice.
Like, wow. I'm literally a trans artist and an active member of the LGBT+ community. Did this guy seriously think he was being funny? Also, don't worry, he was blocked right after I took the screenshots. He is no longer welcome on my DeviantArt. This next one is from a community post I made saying that I'd gotten Minecraft and that I made myself a custom skin and was considering doing Minecraft live streams.
No! What? Fuck you! Bish! Multiple angry emojis!
Oh yeah, you're right. How dare I have fun with something that's new to me? Newsflash, the era of Minecraft being cringe is over. What's cringe now is interest-shaming, role-playing in the comments, and generally being rude and annoying to other people for no reason. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Next up, something you should never, ever ask a trans person, ever!
Mark Maker, were you first a girl or once a boy? No hate either,
If there's no hate, why would you ask? The anatomy I was born with doesn't matter. What matters is that you understand that I'm Mark and I'm a boy. This sort of question is literally the same as someone being like,
so have you had the surgery yet?
Or,
so if I took off your pants and looked at your crotch, what would I see?
The answer is none of your business. I am Mark, I'm a boy, and my pronouns are he, him. End of discussion. This next comment change shows a situation and phrasing that puts every single artist who hears this into an awkward position. Pay close attention so you can learn why this is wrong if you have a habit of being like the commenter.
This is so amazing! I wish I didn't suck so much and that I had your godlike talent! Oh, whoa, ah!
I thank you for the compliment, but please don't berate yourself so openly. Anyone is capable of being good at something if they're dedicated, passionate, and willing to practice. Beating yourself up won't help you. Taking steps towards becoming better will.
I keep on trying and trying, but it's never enough for me, my parents, my entire family, and kids at my school. I've been practicing for 3 years, but I can't improve.
Then keep going. You're going to have to pardon me for a minute, but I'm gonna get on my soapbox. I'm apologizing now because this isn't the only time this video I'm gonna have to get on my soapbox. Okay, so, the first and most obvious thing they're doing wrong is actively, publicly berating themselves and trying to make the artist and potential audience feel bad for their circumstances. This is a form of guilt-tripping and fishing for compliments. They want to make people feel bad for them so that others can jump to their side and go,
"Oh no, sweetie, I'm sure you're an amazing artist,"
and shower them with other compliments that are, frankly, undeserved. But it strokes their ego and makes them feel better. You'll notice that instead of complimenting them or trying to feed their ego, I instead tried to educate and get them to stop talking about themselves like that, to which all they did was attempt to make themselves look even more pitiable, probably expecting a,
"Oh, I'm sure your art isn't that bad, you're doing great,"
or something along those lines. You can't give in to people like this, or the cycle is just going to continue. Sometimes you have to shut them down, and it can hurt both them and you. but it's for their own good and it will help them grow more than unearned compliments ever could. The second, and less obvious thing you'll notice, is that they're putting me on a pedestal. They rave about my talent and say it's godlike, but that's not a healthy mindset to have towards anyone. Putting people on pedestals can make it seem like you'll never be as good as them, no matter how hard you try. Comparison is poison for artists. I know several artists and animators who I've been watching for a long time, and back before I knew better than to put people on pedestals like that, I was jealous of them. I forced myself to grow at a pace that was faster than I was comfortable with. I tried putting out content at a rate that was so overwhelming that it gave me creative burnout, and I felt horrible about myself for a really long time as a result. Don't get jealous. Get inspired. Instead of, for example, feeling bad that someone has better talent than you, get inspired by the fact that it's not talent. It's years of hard work culminating into something beautiful. And that if you're passionate about your art and keep your creative drive up, and you motivate yourself into being better instead of beating yourself up over the idea that you're somehow worse, you can be the source of someone else's inspiration one day. James Baxter and Don Bluth didn't start their art career being as good as they are now. Don't pressure yourself into thinking you have to be on anybody else's level. Just grow at your own pace, and don't compare yourself to anyone else. Just grow. Whew, that got long-winded and preachy. Let's look at a stupid comment.
Not to be mean, but it's wired.
Honestly, if you choose to look at this as a tired versus wired thing, it makes this a lot more funny than just thinking they misspelled weird. God, I wish it was tired versus wired. These next two comments, unfortunately, are going to require a trigger warning, so to anyone who's sensitive to these kinds of things, just know that these are stupid people and probably children who don't understand the gravity of what they're saying. First, a comment on one of my birthday specials I made this year that I will not give the dignity of reading out loud. Like, y'all are smart enough to understand why this is abhorrent, right? Like, the audio of that video was made for me by someone who I not only consider a friend, but also someone who has inspired many an art piece and voice acting attempt from me, and I loved the audio so much that I made a video with it. And this guy is comparing one of the sweetest birthday gifts I got this year to AIDS, something that has killed millions of LGBT+ people, of which I am part of that group. You do not come to my videos and make comments like that. I don't care who you are. That is despicable, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Never show your face in my comment section again. Your disrespect is not welcome here. Moving on to number 2.
Oh, the punishment. See Yowie from Bully X Player. That would not be in punishment, OOXD.
Oh, I'll admit it, when I got this comment, I was so disgusted that I considered not censoring the username because I believed this person deserved to feel called out. But after talking it over with my best friend in the world who helped me calm down, I decided, okay, I'll censor it, but I'll address why this is so disgusting. Grab your popcorn, ladies and germs, it's soapbox number 2! This comment appeared as a reply on my Baldi's Basics animation meme, so the context of their comment means that they enjoy yaoi of the bully and player characters from the game. Characters who are children. Yaoi, for anyone who's been living under a rock for the past decade, or was misinformed about the meaning of the term, is literally explicit artwork depicting two men. It is pornographic content. It is not safe for work, and it is not safe for children. This comment is disgusting and dangerous for 2 big reasons. 1, the person who typed this comment appears to be a child, or at the very least under 18. The fact that a minor has been exposed to this content is alarming, as is the fact that yaoi is generally created to appeal to teenagers and younger people. However, because it's mature content, it's naturally consumed by adults as well. Which brings us to reason number 2. This user is encouraging not just the shipping of, but the creation and consumption of pornographic content featuring 2 children. This would make the content literally pedophilic in nature. This is crossing the line of legality and morality in so many ways. Legally, minors cannot be exposed to pornographic material. Making content of children in sexual depictions, fictional or not, is pedophilic, and is therefore against the law. Knowingly or not, a minor is encouraging the consumption of pedophilic material, which is bad for adults and even worse for the kids who have been, or are currently, involved in pedophilic situations. If it were just them shipping the bully and the player character, that would be fine, but knowing that it's a yaoi they're encouraging makes the situation much, much worse. If the commenter sees this, I can only hope they learn from this. And finally, I saved the best comment for last to keep this video from having a downer of an ending. Get ready, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, because this is the first and only hate comment I have ever given a heart to. Oh yeah, I hearted this one. It's that good. Let's take a look in 5, 4, 3, 2...
You are fuck.
Normally I would delete comments like this, but it tried so hard to be a hate comment and was botched up so beautifully that it became hilarious. You deserve one of those gold star stickers that say you tried, to be honest. And that's it for this episode of Reading Annoying Comments. What do you think was the worst comment of the bunch? Which comment was the funniest to you? Have you ever had an interaction with a moron like these? Tell me about it in the comments below. If you want me to read more annoying comments, be sure to give the video a like and share it around with your friends. And if you want to stay tuned for future videos, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified whenever I publish something new. I make a lot of animation, memes, and other types of videos, so feel free to check out my other videos too. Also, if you want a shout out from me, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Even the lowest tier possible gets you a shout out, though the higher the tier, the more rewards you're able to get. Can't afford Patreon? Follow me on social media. All links are in the description below. Shout out to Alice, my dear friend and amazing patron. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Mark Maker, and I will see you all in the next video.